Okay, here we go. Having a lot of, they look funny, don't they? Yeah, but they work. So I use them. Anyway, I'm having a lot of trouble getting stuff downloaded onto the internet, onto YouTube in particular. So the only way I'm able to do it is a direct download to YouTube, right from the video camera right to YouTube. My video editor doesn't work, and I don't know that much about this stuff, but I do know that when I get involved in something, if I gotta try to find out and do all that stuff, right now I'm too busy to do that, but when I do, it costs me money every time. That's how my website got up. That's how, I paid for a lifetime subscription to the video editor that I have, but it's Chinese. I don't know what kind of agreements they have with YouTube or whatever it is, but none of it's working. And so, I'm stuck with, direct, which that's okay for now. It's okay. But I figured I'd give you an update here. We're all done with the economic stuff. That doesn't mean that you are. You should be paying attention to that, those indicators, because for the next couple of years, things are going to be in a real tailspin. And then after that, it's even going to be worse. So, whoa. Computer's telling me something. Oh, no, that's my telephone. Look at this. Got it in my pocket. I got a smartphone. You know why? Because Verizon will not support my flip phone anymore. This is all part of the deal. This goes into wallets with the Federal Reserve and crypto dollars. So, cheers. Anyway, so I wanted to explain a little of the background on it. I'm getting to a point where I can get busy on the homestead. And what that means is that we have to square everything away here. We bought this house the end of last year. And I've just been through the process now of getting everything. Everything is right now is all brand new. Brand new heat and AC, central air and central heat. Brand new hot water heater, brand new refrigerator, stove, all that stuff. So that I don't have any problems here while I'm concentrating on the homestead. Now there, as I think I put out a short video about the homestead while I was up there day before yesterday. Anyway, I'm going to be spending a lot of time there, and so I had a problem with the truck I had. It was a 150 series Transit van, Ford. So it's a half-ton van, full-size van. And that worked out really well, except there were drivetrain problems with it. Last year I had to have the drive shaft replaced. But what the problem really is the transition from the transmission to the drive shaft to the rear end, and that connection between the drive shaft and the transmission is what the problem was by their own admission. Ford admits to that. And so, you know, I couldn't really do what I wanted to do with that van, and it became unreliable. So I bought that in 2015, had it for 5 years. So I traded it in a week ago, and I bought the new, a new Ford Ranger. You know, they used to have the little trucks, the Rangers, the Ford Rangers. They were made, I think they were made by Mitsubishi Motors. Maybe that's the Courier, the GM Courier, I don't know. Anyway, and they discontinued it until last year. Now it's a mid-size truck. So I bought this year's Ranger, and so far so good. You know, they all have the same motor. It's all fuel injected, high horsepower, all that kind of stuff, towing package. And so, you know, I have reliable transportation because I'm going to be headed up the road, you know, up and down the road every day. Well, not every day. I don't really know what the schedule's going to be. But to work on the homestead, I've got to get the storm damage cleaned up. And we're going to expand the development up there. As I have said in the past, a tree came down on our solar array. There's trees blocking the driveway. There's all kinds of stuff, you know, from storm damage from this past, I don't know when, summer, I'm pretty sure. So we'll get all that squared away and you know, do some expansion out there because things are going to get tough economically, especially for old retired folks like us. So we've sold our shelf property in North Carolina, and we're diverting all of our effort and money to the homestead, and you know, that sits up on top of the Smoky Mountains. So you know, the house here in town is kind of a safe haven because we're old and we need medical attention from time to time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat the homestead as my day job. And I'll go up there not every day, I don't think, but like every other day. And you know, put in a work day and then come home, come to the house in town at night. And the way that we planned that out is that when we bought a house that was within a 1 hour radius of the homestead. So, you know, it's only an hour one way to the homestead. So that means it's only an hour one way to get back to the house in town. And all the conveniences that we need. And should something really terrible that's unexpected happen, then we have the escape. In addition to that, we'll be able to have livestock and greenhouse and, you know, the big garden and all that stuff. In addition to the milling operation, lumber milling operation. I've talked to a wholesaler here in town, and he's willing to buy the poplar. You know, I've got to mill that, and that is the price of lumber has doubled. It was triple last month, but it'll stay at about double what it was, has been in the past. Someplace around 50, 60 cents a board foot. And of course, poplar is it's a soft variety of a hardwood. But this drying operation that's here, this wholesaler that's here in town, he specializes in poplar. And we've got quite a bit of it. So there's that. And then Barb has the idea that we should build a guest house up on the homestead and hook it up to the grid, you know, full power to it. So that might not be a bad idea. But it will give us the opportunity to have fresh produce within an hour of the house here in McMinnville. I told you where it was, didn't I? Doesn't matter. There are not many viewers on this thing anyway. So, I can't, it's backwards. It's backwards on the viewer. So I just wanted to let you know that stuff, and that's what we're going to be doing. So as long as I can do a direct video of whatever I'm doing, I'll post it. But no more pictures, you know, no more, you know, of me sitting down with a headset or talking to a microphone, any of that kind of stuff, because I can't get the video editor to work. And at this point, I'm not interested in buying another one. And so we'll see what YouTube does with this stuff. As I've said before, YouTube has taken down quite a few of my posts. So we'll see when I say something derogatory, and I will, especially with the election right around the bend, and you got Joe Biden dug his own grave in that last debate. I mean, he just dug himself deep, a deep hole. So we'll see how that works out. And it doesn't matter who gets elected. It doesn't matter who the politicians are. You know, we're headed for tough times. And I made a mention a week ago of starvation events, food shortages, and then sure enough, Martin Armstrong came out with an article today about food shortages in Europe and Asia. So here we go, right? Just remember, like I always say, remember, food, water, clothes, and shelter. You know, that's the basis, that's the foundation for everything. And that the only real sources of wealth are natural resources. The processing of the natural resources themselves, or the processing of natural resources, or the manufacture of products with natural resources, or services that provide services to those functions. Those are the only real sources of wealth. So, I don't have anything else to tell you today. This is 13 minutes and 48, 49, 50 seconds. So try to keep it under 15 minutes. And I'll be headed up tomorrow or the next day to start addressing the storm damage and start cutting that down. It'll be family comedy hour to watch an old guy with rheumatoid arthritis out in the woods cutting trees. So, stay tuned, and until next time, toodaloo.